Hi, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Here comes that crinking sound. Ugh. Okay. So, we're going to get started with the week. And that means we are on missing pencil. Missing pen. Where's my missing pen? Harry. Okay. Well, he's a thief. What can I say? He steals pens. And, anything else he can get his paws on. Grab another one. I just got to try and find a regular pen. This will work. Okay. So last week was Coca-Cola. This week is water. We are in week 20 already. This one is water. Hello, Mari. Good afternoon, Miss Francis. So I have a couple of things that I pulled. I have this, which is, photorealism water. I have this, which is kind of an ink blend that I think could be construed as water. I have some stickers that are umbrellas and raindrops. And I got this, which is K & Company. This is the Daydreams pad. And I'm reasonably certain this is right out of a Beatles song, So it's double-sided, so I have to kind of look at both sides. That's water. We have umbrellas. We have mermaids. That's space. More mermaids. Unicorns. I don't know what the heck that's supposed to be, but it's there. Some targets. More water. With submarines. Guitars. This could be water, but it's pink. Rainbows and rain. Let's get that out. Why not, right? Here we go. All right, we got a couple of things to work with. And we have our ever popular card here. I like to use watercolor paper because, it stands up. I don't know why, but this seems to be crooked to me, but it's not. Okay. So, let's take a look. Let's cut a piece of paper to cover that. Gives us 2.5 by 3.5. That'll cover that. And then I'm going to cut a piece of this at 2.25 by 3.25. Let me get this out of the way. Yep. Let's pull this up. This bar is so hard to get up. This cutter. Seriously. I'm going to break those little tabs off of there is what I'm going to do. Bust them right off, these things. They make this very difficult. All right. So let's do this at 3.25 No, we're going to do it at 3. And 2. Okay. So I'm going to glue this down. All right. As most of you know, I'm not doing so good. I am all right. So, yeah. About 6 years ago, back when I worked for USAA, I took a spill. And I didn't think much of it until a few days later, when my left knee bent backwards. Well, I went to my doctor, and he told me that I needed to see a specialist, and that he was going to get me the referral. Well, after we played the referral game for probably about 4 months, I was over it. And I never did go see the specialist, because by that point my leg had stopped hurting. It wasn't swollen anymore. And so, I figured it was probably better. Well, it's given me some crap between then and now, but nothing, major and nothing consistent. Well, I woke up on the 2nd of this month, and my knee was swollen, and it hurt. So I went to urgent care, and the gal at urgent care said, we're going to do an x-ray. So she took an x-ray of my knee, and she said, well, there's some fluid in there, and looks like a little arthritis. We're going to send you to a specialist. And I said, okay. She gave me some ibuprofen for the inflammation, and she wrapped it in an ace bandage. No kidding, an ace bandage. And she sent me on my merry way. She said you should have the referral shortly. It may take a little bit longer because, we're not your primary care. We're urgent care, and I don't know if they're going to let us put it through. I said, well, if they don't, then send it over to my primary and have my primary do it. And she said, okay. Well, I waited, and about 3-4 days later, I get a referral to a spine specialist.
Not that you couldn't use one of those.
Not that I couldn't use one of those, but I already have one. I already have the doctors that I see for my spine. So I call them thinking, okay, well, maybe, maybe it's just called the spine specialist. And, maybe they do everything. No, they do spines. So I send off a note to my doctor. Yo, doc, I was in urgent care and they said I need to see a knee specialist. Now, I haven't heard back from my doctor. Now, ironically, my doctor's in Aruba getting a knee replacement. Yeah. So I haven't heard back from him, anybody in his office. So yesterday, it got to a point where I was ready to rip my leg off. And so Hubbard took me over to the emergency room. Where they said there was no reason to take another x-ray. They already knew, pretty much already knew what was going on in there. And so what they were going to do is they were just going to recommend me to an orthopedic. Because it looks like if it's ongoing and it won't go away, I probably need a knee replacement. I'm hoping that's not the case. So we shall see. It's missing something, huh? It needs something. It needs something. All right. Let me put this away. I can get it in here. Because it doesn't need anything that's on here. Okay. I'm fairly convinced of that. All right. What does it need? What does it need? What does it need? It needs something. Maybe it needs to say something. Don't know. That one might work. Let me see. That might have something we can use. Dum 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 dum. Do 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 do. No, no, I haven't opened that yet. What do we got here? Well, let's take a look. All right, so we're going to take a look here. Let's get rid of that. Let's see. That might be something. I think. Let's see. All right. I like this one. Remember to play. We got that one. We have this one. Which one was it? I don't even remember now. Okay, so we got Remember to Play, A Strange and Wonderful Place, or this one, which is there's a couple on here. Let Life Surprise You, Choose to See the Good, I think I like Remember to Play. Some of them, yeah. Okay. Eye doctor. I think we're going to do this one. I cannot ink things when they're on the pokey. Oh, the adhesive on this is pretty good, which is unusual. Yeah, this set is from Temu. This is Temu. I don't remember where I got that one from. Might have been Temu. Might have been. I don't know. That might have been from Daiso, though. Okay, let's try to get this on here. I like that one. Okay. Ow! All right, so I have to go see a specialist for my knee. The ER guy seems to think that I'm probably going to need a knee replacement. I don't know.
Ortho will tell you better.
The orthopedic will tell me that. But he seems to think that I will. I seem to think that I'm too stubborn for that shit. So I am going to go to my doctor, I went to my health plan this morning. I contacted them this morning to see, one, do I need to go to my primary to get a referral, or can I just go with the referral that the hospital gave me? One. Two, can I? Everybody says hi, Hubbard.
Morning.
Morning. He's crabby today.
No, wait.
He's not quite all there yet. Do I have to get, a referral, or is the referral from the doctor at the hospital enough for me to go see the specialist? Just looking to see if there's anything else that might need to be on here. And I don't think so. Okay. That's it. That's my water one. All right, we're going to put that in over here, the rest of them. Well, I'm really stubborn about things, and I don't like surgery, mostly because I have anesthetic awareness. Translation, I wake up during surgery. So I would rather not have surgery. So I'm not one to just blindly walk into it. I'm going to have a second and a third opinion, and I'm going to have to go through the paces first. You're going to have to give me physical therapy. You're going to have to give me injections first. You're going to have to work me into surgery. I'm not going to just walk in and have them go, well, yeah, we're going to need to do surgery. Now, if it's surgery because, okay, where the knee is, it hurts here, which is where the two pieces come together. And then right here, there's a major tendon. And this has got calcification on it, which is probably from when my knee bent backwards. So if they can just go in and take this off and that's going to help my knee, then, that's laparoscopic and I'll let them do that. But if they tell me they need to replace the whole knee, they can kiss my dupa and we're going to work on other things. So, yeah, I will make them, jump through hoops and do injections and alternative things before I let them start cutting me apart. So I don't know about y'all, but it is not fun when you wake up in the middle of surgery.
Bad.
And I've done it a few times with not great results. One time I woke up and scared the crap out of the doctor because he was sitting there with his assistant. They were working on my hand, and he was saying that he couldn't get the right angle to pull the retractor back. And I reached over and pulled it back for him. And yeah, he fell off his little stool. Things like Valium don't work on me at all. I had to go in and get an arthrogram done on my shoulder. If you've never had one of these done, welcome to a whole new kind of torture. They stick a nail that looks like a 10-penny nail into your arm. It's a needle. Looks like a 10-penny nail, which is one of those big ones. And they inject a dye into your shoulder. And what they're looking for is a torn rotator cuff, which I have. But they want to see the severity of the tear. And the only way to do that is to do this injection. So I've had the injection done. And the guy, they gave me 30 milligrams of Valium about 20 minutes before it happened. And he went to put the thing in my arm and I slugged him. And then he looked at the nurse and he went, "Did you give her the Valium?" The nurse is like, "Yes, I crushed it up and gave it to her and she swallowed it." And yeah, he wasn't happy about that. But hey, what do you want from me? You poked me. I'm going to whack you back. I had my gallbladder removed.
Tell me, Mom looked for the nurse last night.
And in the middle of the gallbladder surgery, which they do under ultrasound, because they have to take the blockages out of the bile duct, and they go down through your throat. to do this. And so they have these really long utensils, and they were doing it. And I woke up, stood up, and beat the crap out of some intern and an anesthesiologist and a nurse before they managed to get me back down on the table. My mom was standing outside watching through the window. She thought that was hysterical.
Kicked her ass, baby.
She videotaped the whole thing. It was great. Last night,
Before you realize I'm gone, come on.
last night, I was in the emergency room, and the doctor prescribed an injection for pain so that I could sleep because I haven't slept in days. And so the nurse comes over and she hands me the pill and she goes, "Here's your muscle relaxer. I'm going to be giving you an injection of this medication." And I was like, "Okay, where are you giving it?" And she goes, "Oh, we're going to put it in your arm." I said, "Okay." She goes, "Now people tell me that it burns, so it may burn." And I was like, "Okay." So I'm like all prepared for this. And I'm sitting there and the other nurse asked me a question, the admitting nurse. So I turned to her to answer the question. The other nurse pulls my sleeve up. And the minute she pulled my sleeve up, my mom looked at her and she jumped back. Scared the crap out of her. The other nurse went, "Damn, that's a good mom look." And it did not burn. However, it did feel like somebody punched me in my arm, like with their knuckle. Yeah, anesthesia doesn't work real well on me. So, yeah. And after I had your first surgery for the gallbladder, they go in and they take everything out of the bile duct, and then they go in and they do the actual surgery. And I was in the surgical room. They wheeled me in, and the anesthesiologist walked in and went, "Oh, shit." And he walked back out and he came back in and he had like this IV line that was about 2 feet long. And like every 6 inches, there were like 4 to 6 inches. There was another little dose of anesthetic. And he brought in a machine with him and he's like, "Okay," tells the nurse to tell the surgeon to slow down because it's going to take a while to get me prepped. And he put the IV on me and he explained what they were going to do, and they put some electrodes on my head, and he was like, "This is going to tell me if you're waking up," because we don't want that to happen again. So if the machine told him that I was waking up, he'd give me another dose of medication to put me back under, because I don't just wake up. I wake up fully functional. But I don't know what I'm doing. But it's like that fight or flight, So I wake up and I'm violent. My son's the same way. He broke his arm. He was like 9, 10 years old, something like that. He broke his arm in 2 places. And we took him to the emergency room and they had to set his arm. So they gave him that, that medication that like knocks you out for like 2 minutes and then it wakes you up. They gave him that. And he came out of it and he was swinging. And he was talking about the blood and all kinds of stuff. And the nurse was freaking out. And I was like, "I have anesthetic awareness." She went, "Okay. Yeah, that makes some sense. He might have some issues." Yeah. So needless to say, my son is pretty much exactly like me. My daughter, on the other hand, she is like my mother, and she does not wake up when they put her out. You have to constantly make her wake up. When they used to put my mom under, I used to go, they used to get me and put me in the recovery room so that when they brought her in, I would be there, because you got to sit there and do the sternum massage for like half an hour to get her to fully wake up. Because if you stop, she goes right back to sleep. And that's not actually a good thing. When they stop giving you that medication, it should run through your system and you should wake up. If you don't, you can go into a coma. So they used to come out and get me and have me go into the recovery room, and they'd bring her in. And that way I could sit there and just continuously annoy the crap out of her and wake her up. My daughter's the same way. So I didn't even know what it was. I found out that I had it when I was probably about 17. I had to have some oral surgery, and they knocked me out for it. And I kept waking up. And then I went and I had to have a procedure done. And they had to knock me out for it. And I woke up like twice during the procedure. I didn't move per se, but I was awake, and I apparently said something like, "That was fast. Are we done?" And they were like, "Whoa, no, we're not done." And they had to knock me back out, and I did that twice during that procedure. And then, as time went on, we discovered, and they did a test. I don't respond to medication the way that they think I should. Hold on a second. Hello? Hello? Nope, you have the wrong number. Take this number off your paperwork. Don't freaking call me back. Oh, they're annoying me. So yeah, so I'm gonna go in and have somebody check my knee and let them know that I have anesthesia awareness, and hopefully we can avoid surgery and we can use some other form of repair. To get my knee back in one position, in one place, in one piece. I would like to have my knee, actually work. It's kind of an important thing. So in the meantime, I have to do rice. Rest. Ice. Compression. Elevation. So I have to put it up a couple of times a day. I have to put ice on it occasionally. And no dancing. I'm danceless.
I'm limboing for you.
I am danceless, which is sad. And I need to make this appointment to see this doctor. And then actually go. That's the part right there.
Oh, you didn't get it. What happened?
And hopefully, we'll get it all resolved one way or the other. But I am definitely going to try the non-surgical route first. I'll keep y'all posted. I just, I thought when I was younger that I was doing all the right stuff. I was surfing, I was mountain biking, I was rock climbing, I was exercising. Dang it. Apparently, none of that is the right stuff. Don't exercise when you're young. Because you pay for that crap when you're old. Just sit at home and play video games.
That's shitty advice.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I know it.
Middle.
Screwed in the middle. All right, honey. We'll talk to you later. I'm about out of here anyway. I want to put a creepy head on there, but I can't. Ooh. All right, not that. What are we doing here? Here we go. I'm going to use this. Yep. This one right here. All right. Yeah, it's a quiet day. What can I say? A lot of people don't come in on Wednesday because, let's see. Candy's packing. You're at work. Mari's got a doctor's appointment. Christine's probably at work. Carla is definitely at work. That's why Hubbard's new schedule is going to be so much better. Because I'll be able to do some evenings. Yeah, but we get to hang out, so, it's all that matters. All right, that's it. That's all we're going to do today. We did the card, and we did page and a half in here. We got something done. We got our card done. That's all that we really need to accomplish on Wednesday, to make sure that we get our card done. That's it, Francis. Just you and me. Mari had to go bye-byes. All right. So that'll do it. That's it for me. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel kind of thing. Same crafty time, same crafty channel. That's me. All right. So we're going to go and that'll be it. I'm not going to ask if there's any lurkers because there aren't. So that's just it. I'm going to say goodbye. Bye, Francis. Bye, honey. Love you.